Hello students, Namaskar and good morning. Today is our third day for unit number 1.2 on saying please. In our last lecture, that is on Monday, we come up to para number 6. That means we come up to this line, missing your train or your engagement. Actually, I explained up to para number 4. That means up to this I explain what is the content part of the topic. But I remember the words, that means difficult words, which we completed is only up to para number 3. That means we come up to this word decalogue. This word we have completed last difficult word. That means para number 4, para number 5, para number 6. All the difficult words we have to complete it first. Okay, now we start with difficult words first. Para number 4. Here, this is our para number 4. We have completed this word decalogue. Decalogue means the 10 commandments. आज्ञावली असं आपण त्याला म्हटलं होतं. But though we are bound to endorse the verdict against the liftman, endorse means approve or admit, means endorse. But though we are bound to endorse the verdict means judgment. Here meaning is given. But though we are bound to endorse the verdict against the liftman, most people we have a certain sympathy with him. Well, it is true that there is no law that compels us to say please. There is a social practice much older and much more sacred. Sacred means holy, pavitra. Much more sacred than any law which enjoins us to be civil. Enjoins means to command. Ajna dene, enjoins us to be civil. And the first requirement of civility is that we should acknowledge. Acknowledge means to admit. Acknowledge. We should admit a service. Please and thank you are the small change with which we pay our ways as social beings. They are the little courtesies by which we keep the machine of life oiled and running sweetly. They put our intercourse means communication or conversation. They put the intercourse upon the basis of a friendly cooperation, an easy give and take instead of on the basis of superiors dictating to inferiors. Dictating means to command. Again, dictating means to command. To inferiors, it is a very vulgar mind. Vulgar means rude or ill-mannered. Vulgar mind that would wish to command where he can have the service for asking and have it with willingness and good feeling instead of resentment. Resentment means anger. Now we come to next paragraph. I should like to feature in this connection my friend the polite conductor. By this discriminating title, discriminating means to make difference. By this discriminating title, to make difference, discriminating means I do not intend to suggest a rebuke to conductors. A rebuke means to blame. A rebuke means to blame. दोषारोपण करणे, दोष देणे. To suggest a rebuke to conductors generally. On the contrary, I am disposed to think that disposed means incline or willing. च्याकडे कल असणं, dispose, incline or willing. I am willing to think that there are few classes of men who come through the ordeal. Ordeal means difficult or painful experience. Ordeal of a very trying calling better than bus conductors do. Here and there you will meet an unpleasant specimen who regards the passengers as his natural enemies, as creatures whose chief purpose on the bus is to cheat him and who can only be kept reasonably honest by a loud voice and an aggressive manner. But this type is rarer than it is to be. I fancy the public owes much to the Underground Railway Company, which also runs the buses, for insisting on a certain standard of civility in its servants and taking care that standard is observed. In doing this, it not only makes things pleasant for the traveling public but performs an important social service. It is not therefore with any feeling of unfriendliness to conductors as a class that I pay a tribute to a particular member. Tribute. Tribute means respect or admire somebody. Tribute. Adaranjali, Prashansa. I pay a tribute to a particular member of that class. I first became conscious of his existence one day when I jumped onto a bus and found that I had left home without any money in my pocket. Everyone has had the experience and knows the mixed feeling which the discovery arouses. You are annoyed because you look like a fool on the best and like a knave at the worst. Knave means a dishonest person. Knave. A dishonest person here, meaning is given. A knave at the worst. You would not be at all surprised if the conductor eyed you coldly as much as to say, "Yes, I know that stale old trick." Stale. Stale means not fresh. Stale. Stale old trick. Now then, off you get. And even if the conductor is a good fellow and lets you down easily, you are faced with the necessity of going back and the inconvenience perhaps of missing your train or your engagement. Now, here we start from today, having search. But before that, I would like to explain this paragraph. It is not therefore with any feeling of unfriendliness to conductors. What is the content part of this paragraph? It is not therefore with any feeling Gardiner here he wants to state that he wishes to hold up the example of a friend of his whom he calls the polite conductor here. He hastens to add that by calling a particular conductor polite, he does not mean to imply that all other conductors are impolite. In fact, he says given the difficult nature of their job, most conductors go about their work in a very good natured manner. There are of course exceptions. Here and there one meets resentful conductor who look upon the passengers as their enemy, who have to keep to check with the aggression here. But such specimens are fewer than they used to be, and Gardiner thinks that this is because the Underground Railway Company, who manages bus services, imposes a certain standard of polite behavior in the men who work for them. This he feels is an important bit of social service that also benefit the passenger. Now this paragraph. Having made clear that he has nothing against conductors in general, Gardiner tells us that his first interaction with the polite conductor it happens one day when he boards the bus without realizing that he has left home without any money. This being an experience common to most people, the author feels that the reader will now know the feeling such a situation evokes. One feel other likes a fool or a crook. One almost expects the conductor to look at him suspiciously and imply that this is a common trick played by crooks, and he asks to get off the bus. Even if the conductor believes him and is kind, he is still left with the necessity of going back home for his wallet, wasting a lot of time and not being able to do what he had to set up to do up to this. Now we start with this paragraph in second AV.